a celebration among dozens in the Sunset District of San Francisco as Supervisor Joel Engardio, holding his own separate gathering down the street, is recalled.
I think he's toast.
From 2000 until 2022, District 4 was practically synonymous with Asian American representation. The succession of Leland Yee, Fiona Ma, Ed Ju, Carmen Chu, Katie Tang, and Gordon Marr was not accidental. It reflected demographic change. Chinese and Asian families moved into the Sunset en masse from the 1970s onward, fleeing overcrowded Chinatown apartments and buying homes in the foggiest side of the city. By the 2000s, the Sunset was majority Asian. District elections amplified this reality, making the Sunset a predictable anchor for Asian American political power on the Board of Supervisors. This stability gave the community more than symbolic representation. Each supervisor provided language access, small business advocacy, and cultural familiarity that resonated with the district's immigrant-heavy base. Now, Joel Engardio's win in 2022 was not just a fluke. I think it was a backlash. Gordon Marr's progressive tenure emphasized affordable housing mandates, labor protections, and anti-hate resolutions. His positions were difficult to maintain during the COVID-19 pandemic, when the neighborhood's mood were concerned about public safety, health safety, children going back to school, and overall quality of life. Engardio capitalized on this by presenting himself as pragmatic, moderate, and willing to defy City Hall progressives. So for the first time in over 20 years, District 4 elected a non-Asian supervisor. This was seismic. It suggested that Asian identity alone no longer secured the seat. Instead, issue alignment was decisive, especially on housing, density, schools, and neighborhood character. But the 2025 recall showed that even as the outsider, Engardio was not immune. His embrace of citywide environmentalism clashed with the Sunset suburban DNA. The district punished him swiftly, making him the first supervisor in San Francisco history to be recalled. In recent years, a pattern is emerging. District 4's voters don't reward loyalty or identity. They punish anyone who strays from their neighborhood gospel. The district supported Asian American supervisors for 2 decades because those leaders respected car dependency, family needs, and neighborhood small businesses. When Engardio broke with one, closing the Great Highway, identity wasn't even in play, policy was. The recall underscored the weight of Asian American voters in the Sunset. With turnout dominated by older, homeowning, and immigrant families, the Asian vote is both the largest and most decisive bloc in District 4. Their concerns about mobility, neighborhood schools, language access, and small business survival are not identity politics in the abstract. They are the lived daily infrastructures of immigrant middle-class life. The recall signaled that Asian American voters in the Sunset are not limited to representation alone. They demand policy congruence. An Asian American candidate misaligned on mobility or housing alone could meet the same fate as Engardio. Representation opens the door, but governance determines survival. Now with the recall done and over, representing District 4 at City Hall is uncertain. Mayor Daniel Lurie will appoint a successor, and the choice will reveal whether the Asian American lineage resumes or whether the district becomes a free-for-all. But the lesson of 2025 is clear. The Asian American vote in the Sunset is not just symbolic. It is determinative. Any candidate, Asian or not, who ignores that bloc's priorities risks political oblivion. It is a test of whether San Francisco politics can still reflect the practical needs of immigrant middle-class constituencies.